Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be listening to the Oak Ridge Boys. Now, I don't really know too many of their songs, but the songs that I do know are some of my favorites. So today we're going to be listening to Working on a Building, one of my faves, and we're gonna break it down. The video is a little bit blurry, but the audio quality is good, so I think we should be in good shape. Let's dive right in. Just before, I just wanna let you know that if you want your recommendations to get bumped up to the top of the list, check out Buy Me a Coffee and check out my Patreon, both of which are linked in the video description.
I'm working on the building. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the blood stain, banner for my Lord. Oh, well, I never get tired working on a building. I'm going up to heaven, oh Lord, to get my reward. I'm working on a building. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the blood stain, banner for my Lord. Well, I never get tired working on a building. I'm going up to heaven, oh Lord, to get my reward. Ooh. Well, if I was a sinner, let me tell you what I would do. Well, I'd quit all my sinning and work on the building too. I'm working on the building.
Okay, pausing right there. That's about the halfway point, and we got to hear Richard Sturban's extremely low voice. So now that I hear it and I see it, I think what happened with this video, we're gonna continue on with it anyway, because it doesn't really matter. I think what happened was they ripped this video from a VHS, so that's why the quality is kind of wonky, and then they added different audio onto this, because you can't hear anybody clapping, and there were a few moments in there that were kind of off. Doesn't really matter. It's still them singing. It's just not them singing live in this very moment. I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But what's the thing with the Oak Ridge Boys that I love the most? It's the sounds as they're mixed together. So we talk about this in choir a lot, a blend with other musicians, right? So you have four singers here, and you have a low bass, you've got a baritone, you've got a tenor, and you've got a high tenor. That's typical for a four-part male ensemble. And so when voices blend well together, and this is why some groups are successful and some are not quite so successful, it's just all to do with the blend, how the voices mash together. Now, when you have a low bass, a basso profundo, like Richard Sturban, you don't really need a bass player because his bass voice is just so strong. And you need really good subwoofers or really, really good headphones to fully appreciate Richard's sound. Let's continue on to the end, and then we'll go back and look at a few things.
True foundation. I'm holding up the blood stain, banner for my Lord. Well, I never get tired working on the building. I'm going up to heaven, oh Lord, to get my reward. Well, I'm working on the building. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the blood stain, banner for my Lord. Well, I never get tired
Well-deserved round of applause. Great ending too. Energized, it's electric, super in tune, beautiful. Now, as I said, I think they added the pre-recorded stuff to this video. Either way, doesn't really matter. It's still them. We can appreciate it. So we have Dwayne, we have Richard, we have William Lee Golden, and we have Joe. I believe Joe passed away in 2024, unfortunately. And I think they've had some turnaround recently, at least since this recording. Now, to be honest, it's hard to not grapple on to Richard's voice the entire time, just because there's a fascination, I think, in the world, or at least on the internet, with really low basses. I think we're really impressed with when people can go really low. Could be because there's so many people that can sing extremely high, and in musical theater and in pop music, there's a lot of really high singers. But the very, very low, we don't feature them quite as much. So there's been sort of a resurgence in the last few years to highlight some of those musicians. What impresses me about Richard's voice is not that he can sing so low. That's very impressive on its own, yes. However, the sound quality is actually good. And if you've ever watched any of my videos, if you've been following along with some of my vocal beliefs, it's that I don't care how high or how low you can sing. What is the quality of your voice? What does it sound like? Because if it doesn't sound good, then what's the point, right? Like, we want to sound good when we sing. So Richard has that. He can sing extremely low, but he also has a really good tone quality. Let's hear that really low part again.
I'm going up to heaven, going up to heaven to get my reward. Well, if I was a preacher, let me tell you what I would do. Well, I would keep on preaching. On the building. Well, I'm working on a building.
So that one, as opposed to the first one, we're going to listen to the first one in a second. That one was more of a vocal fry kind of low growl. Now, let's listen to the first one. You can hear he's got more tone in this one.
Heaven, oh Lord, to get my reward. Well, if I was a sinner, let me tell you what I would do. Well, I'd quit all my sinning and work on the building too. I'm working on the building.
So that one had just a bit more tone quality in it, whereas the second one was more of a growl. I love when he does his setup here. Like, I love this position. He sort of comes out from the back, and the other guys step back and let him have his moment. He does the same thing in Elvira when he got the mow mow. I like that they give him his moment here. Now, one tenor voice that I really like is Joe. I believe his name is Joe. And we'll listen to his little solo part again, but really clear voice. And I think, I don't know, I can't fully tell. I think he's the one that goes for the extremely high note at the end. For a long time, I thought it was William, the guy with the long beard, but I think it's Joe. I can't really tell though.
Up to heaven, oh, up to heaven to get my reward. Well, if I was a preacher, let me tell you what I would do. Well, I would keep on preaching. On the building. Well, I'm working on the building. Yes, I'm working on the building. It's a new foundation. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the blood. I'm holding up the blood. Bloodstained banner from the Lord. I never get tired, tired, tired. Working on the building. I'm working on the building. I'm going up to heaven. Oh, my Lord, to get my reward. Well, I'm working on the building. Yes, I'm working.
So right here, yeah, Joe is really taking control. He's got the melody. He's got this clear cutting sound that's just really pleasant to listen to. And it's nice to have the other three just supporting that voice. This is very much a 4-part ensemble. No one's necessarily taking the lead, but in this moment here, it's kind of like a lead singer, backup vocalist sort of situation.
On the building. It's a true foundation. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the bloodstained for my Lord. Bloodstained banner for my Lord. Well, I won't get tired working on the building for my Lord. I'm going up to get my reward.
So you hear the da, but the octave higher. Really, really, really high note. I think that's Joe. I can't tell though. It's really hard to tell. Maybe you can let me know in the comments if you know. So the Oak Ridge Boys, I don't really know a whole lot about them, but what I do know of them is they are an elite ensemble. The harmonies are great. The vocal quality of all 4 singers is really good. I know they've had some turnaround in some of the members that they've had over the years. So the Oak Ridge Boys that you love may be slightly different from this group, or you might like the most recent version of it. I'm not entirely sure. But if you do have more recommendations for Oak Ridge Boys videos that I should watch, react to, and analyze, leave them down in the comments. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, you might enjoy some of the videos that are going to pop up on your screen in just a moment. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.